welcome to the YouTube channel. This is the start of it all. We have the 95 Impreza 2-door coupe. Purchased this a while back from a guy in Virginia, and we drove it all the way back here. It has 250,000 miles and it's still going strong. But yeah, it's time for power. As you can see, I've already done a couple of upgrades to the front end here. Swapped it over, turned it into I'm going for that 2.5 RS type look. And pretty much all the parts that you see on it so far, I've got the wheels from a buddy of mine, bought the headlights, front bumper and everything, got the hood from the junkyard, and the interior is currently stock minus WRX seats. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. Now let's go show you the parts car. So this is the parts car right here, the 2002 WRX wagon. You know, not too many crazy things were done with it. It has a USDM EJ205. Got like Mishimoto hoses and everything. 2015 WRX intercooler. It's currently run with a Cobb access port. And last time, from the guy I bought it from, he said it was running on 18 PSI. So that should put us around 300 horsepower on this. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start by disconnecting everything from the motor. As you can see, what I should have filmed before, but I did not, was pulling the interior and kind of getting everything stripped. Pulled the dash out. We got the wiring harness pretty much all the way disconnected. Still got a little more on the other side of the firewall there that we got to get to. So that is where we're gonna start now. We're gonna go ahead and shoot to time lapse and start tearing this thing apart.
Why not risk life when it's gonna keep going? Yeah. When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money. We ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran.
All right, y'all. So what I did not notice, which is so funny to me, is on this clamp right here, you can see an 8mm socket. I just thought that was pretty funny. But right now what we got going, I got Brody undoing some of these clamps so we can go ahead and get this cold air intake out of there. Then we're gonna start. This intercooler's already undone, so we're gonna go ahead and move that out of the way. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it back to time lapse, and I'll update you on the progress.
They didn't know me once, so I left from with wishes. You know it's a drop when you drain and can't flip it. I'm living big, I swear to God, on Luke ain't kicking. Money, turn it up, mama, gon' slam her some dope, I have great like a grandma. You know my ice blinking like Dolce, like a panda. Roll it, hold it, I couldn't control, shout it like a channel. My racks are squeaking on that part and I hop in that Rari, I crank on like water. Horses don't stop, they keep going. You can lose your life, but it's gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money. We ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. I'ma do me some dope like confusion. I'ma go in that bit with a ruler.
All right, so just a little update. Brody and I have dropped this bolt right here about 1,000 times, just trying to screw it right back in there. Yeah, that's tragic. But we finally got this hose undone off there. It was just kind of awkward because you can't really get a pair of pliers on this, like kind of moving around a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one off. We'll get this out of here. And yeah, we'll keep going on some other stuff. We're gonna go ahead and empty the coolant out of this radiator right here. And
a few moments later.
alright, so we're actually gonna go ahead and disconnect this hose right here. It shouldn't be too hard. And I'm really not sure if this car has coolant in it anyways, because when I pulled that reserve tank, it really didn't look like there was much in there. So I might just go ahead and pull this radiator out. I think it's probably already been drained. So go ahead and get this clamp somewhat loose, scoot it back, and we're gonna need to get some pliers on these things. All right, so we got this clamp undone. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull on this hose a little bit. Yeah, I can hear a little coolant in there. Let me go ahead, just in case. Yeah, very little is coming out at all, so that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and move this one too, just so we can get this hose out of the way. And that's gonna give us more room up here, and yeah, we'll cut it back to time lapse. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and pull this fuel filter off real quick. All it takes is a Phillips head on all of these. Alright, and you just want to get it loose enough to where you can you just want to be able to move this. And sometimes it's kind of stuck on there, so you just give it a good twist like that, and that one's good to go. You can just move it past that point. We'll do the same with this other one, and then the third one's gonna require a pair of pliers, but same thing, pretty easy. But yeah, like I said, sometimes they're really stuck on there. They just don't want to move at all. There we go. Grab these pliers for this one. And this is like one of the more difficult things, is just getting all these hoses off, because they get so stuck on there like that. You could just, there we go. And you want to be careful how much pressure you're putting on them too, because you don't want to rip it or nothing. You just want enough where you can twist and move it around.
One eternity later.
Alright, there's one. You smell all that fuel, Brody? Yeah. Speaking of fuel, we still need to get the fuel pump off. And probably one of the longest videos will actually be us trying to get this wiring harness undone. Because although it was pretty much undone in there, you can see we still have it running all up along the firewall, along with brake lines. That's going to be really difficult, but we need everything, so. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close out the video. As you can see, we're losing light. It's getting pretty cold out right now. But yeah, so overall, the plan with this car is going to be to swap that drivetrain into it. It's right now it's got a EJ18 naturally aspirated, and honestly it's probably making about 90 horsepower. Nothing fancy. Like I said, it got us here from Virginia, which was a 6-hour trip with 250,000 miles on it, so I couldn't be happier about that. Car has minimal rust, so bodywork's not going to be too bad. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and take a peek at the other car. Alright, so basically what we did today, we just moved the cold air intake. We got the intercooler out of here. I disconnected some of the lines for the fuel filter going into the engine. So we disconnected one of the inlet hoses. Now tomorrow, or whenever we get to it again, really I got to work between school and work. I got to find time to do this, but we're gonna go ahead and get this AC line out of there along with the compressor. I'll take that out, and you know, we'll see along the way when we start lifting it up. If it gets stuck, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll get it all together. So lastly, thank you for watching the video, and if you liked what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe, because that helps us out immensely, like you have no idea. So yeah, if you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications for more.